For your grace upon our life. Thank you for your mercy upon us. Thank you for the journey mercy granted unto us to be here. We return all praise to you in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen. As we are here for this program, we ask, oh God, that you come and lead us from the beginning to the end, that your name is going to be glorified in Jesus' name.
Amen. The Honorable Commissioner for Water Resources, today you are meeting and also receiving the Chaplain Corps Nigeria on this occasion of Water Day celebration. The Honorable Commissioner, he is a corporate member of Nigerian Society of Engineers. He is a registered member, Council of Registered Engineers of Nigeria. He is a member of Nigerian Institution of Civil Engineers. He holds a master's degree in civil engineering. He is the current chairman of Nigerian Society of Engineers, Lokoja branch. Permit me to introduce to you the Honorable Commissioner Engineer Yahya Mohammed Danladi Farouk. World Water Day is celebrated every year on 22nd March. It is a day to raise awareness about the importance of fresh water and the challenges we face in keeping it clean and accessible for everyone. The Ministry of Water Resources, we are committed to ensuring that every home in Kogi State have access to potable water supply. I want to call on the chaplain to give us your own words.
Honorable Commissioner, sir, Ministry of Water Resources, able Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Water Resources, Director, Ministry, RUASA is also represented here. We also have graphic newspaper ably represented here. All other protocols duly observed. Sir, it is my singular honor and privilege to be here this morning to present to you World Water Day celebration. It is one of our key programs in the chaplaincy, as our motto is service to God and to humanity. So any area we discover that there is a need, we walk right into it and see what we can do. I must confess, we are not an organization that is financially buoyant, but we put together some things in order to ensure that some other needs are met. And from the United States mandate, we have discovered that by 2030, if something is not done, there will be acute shortage of fresh water. The theme of the World Water Day celebration for this year is leverage water for peace. In other words, water for peace. Last year we were looking at underground water, making the invisible visible. And from that year we discovered that underground water is one of the best source of water, in the sense that most of the water we have running today, they are facing challenges of pollution. Most of them are actually man-made. We have several examples we can give even within Lokoja here. If you go to our riverbanks are literally turned to toilets, which is not healthy for you and I. So we have observed that there is a need for fresh water, and we also step into the area of sanitation because water goes hand in hand with sanitation. So this year, sir, we have come to Ministry of Water Resources. As usual, we have been partnering for years with Ministry of Water Resources. They have been a source of encouragement. They have been a source of support. They have been supporting us, encouraging us, and in fact, partnering with us on this same project yearly. So this year will not make a difference. The difference is that we also have other partners like RUWASA who are also partnering with us this year to ensure that this campaign is not only stopping here as a seminar here, but is also going to the local people. So that by the time we carry this message to other local people, we discover that the management of water will become visible to every one of us, or rather everybody will be aware of the importance of water and what you can do with water. We also discovered that water is not only for drinking, there are other things you can do with water. But this year we are concentrating on water, how you drink water, fresh, potable water. I must say at this point, we have carried a campaign basically to military base, paramilitary base, and some other organizations of which we deem fit that partnering with them or working with them will help. For instance, the Nigerian prisons, we were in the Nigerian prisons last year, and the commandant said something that has not left me. He said, if those of us who are not in prison still have issues with potable water, you can imagine what will happen to the people in the prisons. So it's the same thing you can imagine if those of us who are a little bit knowledgeable still have problem of water, how to conserve water, how to manage water is still an issue, then you can imagine those who are in the rural areas, what some of them are facing. I saw a small write-up on a particular place in India they call Bengaluru. They drilled thousands of wells, and in one clean sweep, the water dried up. And so the whole of that area, it became water crisis. So looking at that, it is time for all of us to step up and ensure that water issues are brought to a barest minimum. I cannot say, but rather say that we are in the right place. Ministry of Water Resources. This is the father of water. There's nothing we can do without the Ministry of Water Resources. And coincidentally, RUWASA is also here with us today. So hearing from Ministry of Water Resources, RUWASA, will further broaden our knowledge. And we are also looking forward to how we can collaborate to ensure that this water campaign is not only stopping today, but it will become like a mandate that all of us must shoulder. I would like to say that, carrying this message from my Commandant General, we are ready to carry out any other aspect that you want us to partner in, any other way you want us to carry out, other services you want us to carry out. We are ready to carry out such services. We have already given our time, our life to it. So, sir, on this note, sir, I present to you my officers from CHAPCOPS Nigeria, sir. We are here to say that, or rather to present to you that we will need your support, sir, in order to drive this campaign, not to stop on a day like this, but to be a daily campaign so that people can know and know how to manage water properly. You can see pipe-borne waters running everywhere. Anytime you pump water, 3/4 of the water, they are lost. They are wasted. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. I want to call on the Permanent Secretary, Ministry for Water Resources, to give us a brief message.
Good morning, my Honorable Commissioner, Director of Water Resources, and my other directors, Order Chairman, chaplaincy members present. You are all welcome. I'm asked to give a Google message. I cannot just give without hinting on the relevance of water. Water, as we all know, is very much relevant, both to plants and animals. As far as you are concerned, we are supposed to take at least 2 to 3 liters of water per day, and that go a long way cleansing our kidney especially. You understand that if our kidney is okay, hardly will contact disease. So that is why you see government, both in all the tiers of government, federal, state and local government, try to see that they provide potable water for the citizenry, because they are targeting what? The health of the citizenry. And so it's very, very much important. And that's why you see in some communities, there are crises over who will control the water body. Because water bodies host fishes and some other animals, especially fishes. And the struggle for this fish and for the consumption of the water will bring about crisis. Who will be in control? And that is why this program is in place to sensitize everybody in the world on the need to consume clean water, fresh water. So I want to therefore say that the program is very much in order. As we are going out now to other places, you go safely. We are going to be with you. As your chairman rightly mentioned, this is the office where the program is supposed to start from. We have started it today and we will ever continue. And I want to use this opportunity to thank my Honorable Commissioner. Why? Because the information that got to us was too short. It was too short. Well, it was on my neck and I was on his neck as well. I'm saying, have you done this? Honorable, please, this is it, Honorable, this. So I was very happy when he told me he has already secured some parts of water for you. I was very much happy. And he said he was going to give you yesterday to brand your water, and then today the program continues, starts fully.
Permanent Secretary, the Commander Officer from the Peace Corps, ODROP, the WhatsApp directors and other members of staff. Today is the Water Day and Water for Peace. Leveraging water for peace. That is the theme for the year. I just came from Kanu, where the issue of water is, as was discussed, the Northern Wash account for water is an account that has been put in place where the federal, the states, the local government, individuals, companies and the NGOs, all the stakeholders in the water sector are brought together to ensure that funds that is spent on water is captured. So we can have a general overview of how much we are putting into the supply of water. And from that account, we have also discovered that individuals are spending a large sum of money on water. Household provision of water,
from balls and other things they do. Put together, the percentage of individuals is very high. That meeting is necessary because it's giving us a picture so that we can do more. Those of us at the council level will do more. Those at the state can do more. Even at the federal, we can do, because we have discovered that individuals are actually putting a lot of money to supply water for their own personal use, from domestic use and even what they are consuming. So that account, at a glance, you will see a pie chart that shows how much money goes into water. And that is necessary because we're going to show that to our policy makers so they will see the need to put more fund into the supply of water for our citizens. Thank you and God bless you.
Permanent Secretary, the chaplain, Director, Water Resources, our able chairman, Odro, all core members present, and the executive of the Odro, all directors of the ministries, all protocol duly observed. Good morning, Honorable Chairman. I want to thank God and to appreciate the present government of the day. I'm happy for the title of the water this year, this World Water this year. The two variables we have in the title is water and peace. And if I look at the two variables, I want to add the dependent and the independent variable. That means if there is a sustainable clean water, there is good health. Good health leads to peace. I'm here on behalf of my managing director, Honorable Adolfi Salam Ibrahim. He's unavoidably absent, and I'm here to represent him and to give us his word. You are highly welcome to this World Water Day today, taking place on the 22nd of March 2024, starting from the Ministry of Water Resources. This is our mother ministry, and we commence all our program from here. To God be the glory. You see, from what we are seeing, without water, there are some things that cannot move. Your life can be sustained for many days without food, but you cannot live without water even a day. Scientifically, look at the component of our bodies, our biological system. Water takes about 80% of the components. All other things take 20%. So the importance of water to life and to non-living things cannot be overemphasized. I want to, number one, sincerely appreciate the government of the day, the government of Alhaji Usman Ahmed. He's trying his best to make sure that there is availability of water for the populace. Through the effort of our Honorable Commissioner for Water Resources, within these few days, that is assumed duty as the Honorable Commissioner, you know what has happened. We, Rwasa, we can bear him witness, we have supplied, they even gave it the name water palliative. I hope everybody will be aware of water palliative in Kogi State, to ensure that water is available for everybody. And the present crop of management we have now in the states, in the Ministry of Water Resources and Rwasa, I stand on my feet to give you confidence that in few times to come, the problem of ancestral water will be a thing of the past. And as I'm talking to you, I don't want to begin to unveil the program of the government yet. But in a few times, what we are going to do at the campaign that we are going to have partners with NGO is to call people to come and start celebrating, and then there will be enough water, abundance water, a sustainable. No, there's difference between having enough water and a sustainable. The water we are going to have in Kogi State is going to be a sustainable drinking water down to the rural area. So I want to urge us to appreciate our Honorable Commissioner and to appreciate the Governor of Kogi State at large, and Rwasa as a whole. My own Managing Director, Alhaji Abdul Salam Ibrahim, is trying all his best to make sure that everybody will enjoy water. And by the grace of God, before this time, let's say that World Water Day will come up on board to be more elaborate than this. Amen. Those of you that came to celebrate this day with us, I pray that God will bless you, grant you journey mercy to wherever you go, and all drop. They will promise to join hands with us to drink borehole to the populace. Thank you. God bless you.
I'm not going to talk the importance of water because anybody knows the importance of water. So I'm not going to go much. But with the help of our new government, by the grace of God, the plan the new government has for Kogi. Everybody is seeing it at hand. With the help of our commission, we know what is happening now in the town. For all drops, don't have much to say, but we are with you, sir. Any day, anytime, you call us, we are going to be there for you, sir.
Kogi State Ministry of Water Resources. My name is Hassana Ibrahim. I'm a food and water activist. I just want to sincerely appreciate Your Excellency for his work in a short time in office as a commissioner, who is making what seems impossible very possible. May God continue to bless you always, sir. My goodwill message today will be to enjoy all of us who are water consumers to be responsible and work with partners in ensuring that there is potable water supply to our various communities in all year round. Thank you very much for sitting this space for a measurable performance, sir. We look forward to partnering with your ministry and other partners in making your work much easier. Once again, happy World Water Day with Team World for Peace. Thank you very much. God bless you.
The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Water Resources, the Directors, Ministry of Water Resources, the MD Roasa represented, Acting GM Water Board on his way, the Chaplain Commander and his team, the Odrop Chairman and his escort. We give Almighty God the glory for showing us today. First and foremost, I would like to convey the warm regards of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of the state, Kogi State, His Excellency Alhaji Oludo Ahmed Usman. Next, I will have to thank the chaplain, who in their wisdom and also as part of their service to God and humanity, help us to collaborate in seeing today to bring awareness to human on what water is, the importance of water, access to its sources, and management from the source to consumption. Ministry of Water Resources is the ministry saddled with the responsibility of providing potable water to mankind, for Kogi State residents in geographical space called Kogi State today, and the animals therein, and in some instances, our crops too. Provision of dams for irrigation and general agricultural purpose is falls under the Ministry of Water Resources. However, this year's celebration, I will like to apologize that the government is just 2 months in office. The enormous challenges we met on ground, especially in the water sector and its governance, made us very, very busy. If not, today is one of the most important days. Let me say it's the most important day in the day of the Ministry of Water Resources. Because we, the ministry, own this celebration. As such, when we are celebrating a day like this, the whole stakeholders in the water family, in the water governance sector, are supposed to be brought in. What I'm seeing today, we are having less than 30 or 40% of the key stakeholders in the in the water governance. The Water Consumers Association are supposed to be with us. The water service providers and their branches. We have only Oddrop here. Those people treating and selling sachet water and bottled water are all stakeholders in this movement. We have part of Ministry of Agriculture, or let me say Ministry of Agriculture. We have the ACRISA. We have the IFAD. All these are critical stakeholders along with NGOs that we're supposed to partner, that we are partnering to ensure the delivery of potable water to the society. By the special grace of God, by this time next year, all this, everybody that is concerned in the water governance sector in Kogi State will be brought on board. As from today, the template for bringing us together will be activated by the special grace of God, and it will not be like this. Some of the institutions shall be brought in because it's supposed to be a week celebration by the special grace of God from next year. I want you to hold me by my words. If I'm alive, healthy, and still the Commissioner for Water Resources Kogi State, next year's celebration will be a whole week. Because a day is not enough to enlighten and sensitize our people for the need to protect our water sources. The need, what I mean by protection, total protection, because a lot of wars are being fought in the world because of water, and a lot of peace are being made by the use of water. We from the riverine part of Kogi State knows what water means in terms of conflict. 9 local governments of Kogi State, anybody from that local government can be able to tell. I'm talking of Lokoja, Kogi, Omala, Basa, Ufu, Igalamela, Ida, Ibaji, Ajokuta. These local governments you mentioned, we can tell you what water is in terms of security. Because of a small pond of water, our lives should go. So, as my officers have briefly told us, I will also briefly tell you that His Excellency Alhaji Ododo Ahmed Usman, I said it in one fora that if you meet him, he will tell you his first priority to people of Kogi State is water. Second priority is water. If you go to other ministries like education, education, science and technology, energy and rural development, works, and so they will tell you the same thing. But to me that I know what I'm going through in terms of the efforts and pressures I'm receiving from His Excellency. And at times he will know that this thing he has spoken will take me days to achieve. Immediately after giving instruction, expect his call in the next 3 hours, 3-4 hours. Farouk, why are you? I say, I'm on it, this is where I have reached. So, since his assumption of office, we have not left any stone unturned to make sure that whatever is holding our waters from flowing in Kogi State, we touch them. So, on assumption, within the first 1-2 weeks, Okene started having some flow of water from their taps. And in Lokoja, the gigantic world standard Greater Lokoja water treatment plant we have that has its challenges that was exacerbated by the last flood. So we are unable to clear the problems until we go in now and technical audit has been taken. Ordinarily, and I repeat, ordinarily, with the effort His Excellency has put, I may, comfortably say, expect Greater Water to start working in a couple of weeks. But, His Excellency is a result-oriented person. When the holistic technical audit was taken, it was discovered that that flood that caused that problem last in 2022, that damaged equipment worth billions. The reason why I refer to it as gigantic and international, the standard of Greater Lokoja Water Treatment Plant is to give us 247 and 365 days of water supply non-stop. And the water that is coming out of Greater Water is better than some of our bottled waters. So, for the purpose of this day, the water plant it has 10 million liters capacity with 6 high lift pumps installed, 3 on duty, 3 on standby. And yours sincerely, can anybody tell me the approximate estimate of the capacity, each of those high lift pumps? Now, if you want them with the panels, you are talking of 1.something billion, just the high lift pumps alone. That is picking the treated water and delivering it to your homes. We have 6 of them, and there is space for expansion for additional 2. We have 3 flocculation sedimentation tanks with a room to expand it to additional 2. What we are saying that Lokoja Greater Water, if fully operational, as designed by His Excellency, can be able to give water beyond Kaba Junction and beyond Banda. So what His Excellency wants that is still keeping us is, 1, clear all the electromechanical faults that are in that plant, which are billions. 2, raise all the electromechanical equipment that flood came to damage, so that henceforth, whenever we have flood, that flood will not stop water from flowing in Lokoja. Number 3, complete the reticulation work that was not completed ab initio when the project was commissioned. 4, institute an electronic billing system. 5, electronic monitoring of our pipes. In essence, what we are saying is, by the time this Greater Water is, the rehabilitation and turnaround maintenance is completed, by the special grace of God, we're expecting that you cannot illegally tamper with our water. 2, if you don't buy a recharge card, no water in your house. But be sure that 247 you will have water in your house, portable one, by the special grace of God. So, why I'm bringing this up is that today is Water Day. You are going out for enlightenment. In view of what we find ourselves today in terms of access to potable water in the state, you may have questions. Members of the public, within their rights, can say, you are coming to tell us today is Water Day. Where is the water that you are celebrating? Yes, today may not be a day of that celebration, but a day of enlightenment, sensitization. So as part of your sensitization, that is why I dropped that. To ameliorate the suffering of the people, His Excellency also directed us through me, the ministry, to check what is wrong with the old old waterworks. We moved into action, and the little we can do within the limit of our ability for now is being done. That the 2 reservoirs we are having in town, in the course of a job before this one came, were disconnected with heavy blockages and so on and so forth. So within that, we are treating water from the plant to give a certain section of the old Lokoja that has more issue of sanitation. It's more prevalent within this traditional area. We treat water and pump to them alternatively on daily basis. However, if I may corroborate the Commander Champlain, this is when we have the highest wastage of water. Are we getting it? But the government is not part of, because the primary concern of government is the people. For now, we are pumping directly to the lines, while we've completed the survey and technical assessment of what is to be done to make the old Lokoja water functional along with the 2 reservoirs in such a way and manner that if in future maintenance is coming up in the greater water, that old Lokoja water will be standing by to move it, to take care of whatever. Because ordinary washing of tank A, we are not talking of desalination tanks and other things in the center. The tank A we are talking about is the one at Lokongoma, the big one you are seeing there. We have 2 tanks. Tank A there, and the tank B is along Manpati by your left. This bigger one is boosting and supplying the tank B that is supplying the tank. This is supplying this way. Even ordinary maintenance, if they are to maintain this tank that, okay, it is due for washing, you may lack water for about 3, 4, 5 days. So in order to fill in that gap, the old waterworks will be activated and will come on board to take care of that site. By the grace of God, the chaplain and other stakeholders, as I've earlier said, we are partners in the water governance sector. And sorry, I've forgotten, you make an important point which I want us to also look at. You talk of borehole being the best source of water, underground water. Sorry, you made underground water as a free best water, because most of our surface waters are contaminated. While what is in vogue today is to discourage that underground water we are continually exploiting because of climate change and damage we are doing to the earth crust. So, what are we trying to say here? In Kogi State, the Western Central has surface water and some pockets of seasonal streams, which studies have shown some of the seasonal streams, if impounded at desired locations, can serve the period of dry season for them. Chairman Odro, the Honorable Commissioner is not saying, because I'm your member now, he's not saying that we should stop drilling a borehole completely. No. It has to be controlled so that, as I told you in your forum, everybody will be brought on board. Statistics, data for boreholes by government and private have to be brought so that we know per annum, averagely, what quantum of water are you taking? How many punches have you given the earth at various locations? Because what we don't have here is gradually coming close to us. That is, earthquake. we are all this we are supposed to check them. The area we have more problem in terms of surface water, I will always repeat, is in our eastern flank, that is sedimentary. So, gentlemen, for going forward, everybody will be brought together. The water sachet producers are only one of the critical stakeholders I'm yet to see around here, and with your cooperation, we'll organize a forum where both ODROP and these people will sit down and talk about the water governance in Kogi State. So once again, I wish to thank you, the chaplain, the organizers of this commemoration of this day, and the Ministry for Water Resources is with you 100% in this journey, and we thank you. Almighty God, take you and save you.
All protocols duly observed. No, sir. Sir, it is my singular honor and privilege to present this bottled water to you. Like you know, for us to talk about water here in Ministry of Water Resources, we'll just be joking, because you are the custodians of water. You know more about water, probably better than us. And what we are doing, sir, is just to complement and just to cooperate so that all of us together can achieve the same aim. Therefore, sir, on behalf of CHAPCOPS Nigeria, sir, we want to present this water, even though you are one of those who contributed most of the water that we're taking out. So we are not giving you water, sir, but this is just a symbol that you will succeed in your own time. And nobody will be able to make enmity with you.
Water has no enemy.
Water has no enemy. Water has no boundary. So, sir, you don't have any boundaries. The authorities that are above you just will open to you. You have access. But, sir, don't forget those of us who are just to lighten the mood. On behalf of CHAPCOPS, sir, we present this water to you. In the name of God, that you will succeed. Your tenor will explode. You will do greater than others. Stakeholders want to sincerely appreciate you for cooperating with us. Without you, there is no way we can render our own service to God and to humanity. I know that God comes first, but if you want to serve God, you must serve the person you are seeing. If you are serving your fellow human being, then you are serving God. So sincerely, we want to thank you for giving us this opportunity. This is one of the largest, let me say the loudest opportunity we have had in a long while. And thank you very much. We will have to take our leave because we are going from here to civil defense, to prisons, to immigration, to road safety. We are going to visit all those places. So please, you permit us to take our leave. We are already behind schedule. Sir, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate you, sir.
It is because it's the biggest single asset. This effort you are talking about, giving potable water, as the representative of the MD RWASA have highlighted, the MD today is also on his toes, because the ministry has two agencies it is supervising to deliver these things we are talking about. That is the Water Board and then Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Agency, RWASA. So the RWASA arm is intervening, especially in the rural areas where cannot go. Mostly underground water and sanitation facilities they are doing. As I'm talking to you, the MD is out on official assignment on that particular thing. So the provision of potable and clean water is not being restricted to Lokoja. The only thing being that it is Lokoja's own now that can consume the whole 3 years budget of the remaining ones. So that is why that my explanation is long there. But His Excellency's commitment is the provision of water to every single community of the state by the special grace of God. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Water is the most important thing that every human being, every living thing needs. And all of us must put our hands together to make it work. We cannot do it as a corps, as chaplaincy corps, we cannot do it alone. So we want the ministry, all stakeholders to join hands with us, or rather we join hands with them to make it a success. We can go to the grassroots. They may not be able to be there. So let them partner with us. We are ready to go to the grassroots, to reach out to the people, to sensitize the people, to mobilize the people on how to use water. We have been trained both locally and internationally on how to carry out some of this.
Really, it's a World Water Day that usually celebrated worldwide. And also, we in Kogi State also, we are happy with this day because of water is very essential for human survival. Water consumes 70% of human body, which is water. It is something that needs to be celebrating at this time of celebration. Being the chairman of Water User Association in Kogi State, and also we also always talking about water, and also the challenge of water we face, and we have so issue concerning the water. But with the present government of Ododo, we are seeing that it's taking the issue of water as very important issue, which is the Commissioner of Water Resources, somebody from here, Engineer Farouk Yahya. Also, he is doing a lot to ensure that there is availability of water. I can say that from his inception of office, the way he's taking the issue of water is taken as one of his very important assignments, which is he has taken the water as part of priority by ensuring that he visited the water boards at Water Works and also Greater Water Project. And also he invited the Water User Association, water consumer, all the stakeholders of water. He held a meeting with us, and also he told us about water and also how he's going to make water available with the support of the government, and which is we started seeing is the reaction of water. Presently, we can see the water board now, the Water Works now is picking up by supplying the water within the traditional areas, and which is we can see, our people can see water, to have access to water and also to make use of water.
Happy World Water Day 2024. Today is the day whereby we are creating awareness and also making people know the importance of taking clean and fresh water, and the effort being made by the government through the Office of the Commissioner of Water Resources. So far with what he has said, I'm seeing in the nearest time, scarcity of water and availability of water will be tackled in Kogi State. To partner with us, which will go down to the grassroots to see how well that will be done in the nearest of time.